Evening. This video documentation is in regards to the 204 chassis headlights. I understand that just wanted some material or reference material in regards to how to revert temporarily for the HID 9005 bulb to the 9005 halogen bulb. So right here I actually have a sample headlight side. So I kindly ask you for you to bear with me because I'm still missing the rear housing cap to give you the most accurate explanation. However, your current setup, from my understanding, is the 9005 HID canvas kit. Right now the ballast will appear a little bit different because yours will be a canvas. This is just a testing ballast that I use to test these headlights. So if you can bear with me, now imagine that you have a rear housing covered right here, and what you have stemming out, I'm assuming, is pretty much the rubber grommet with the silicone around it from the rear housing cap, and allowing the wires, the HID bulb wires, to come out to connect to your HID ballast. So if that's the case, what I've done is pretty much I've given the power how it would appear on your end, your factory end, meaning that I'm supplying a 12 volt power to the main connectors. From the main connector, it'll power the low beam plug, and this low beam plug, which is a 9005 connector, will run the power to the HID ballast, and the ballast will ignite the HID bulb. So I have a halogen 9005 size bulb right here. So pretty much I'm just taking the time to demonstrate how to temporarily change it back or revert it. So once you remove your low beam cap, you'll probably have some tension in regards to it, not too much space. You can notice that these grommets have pretty much holes where the wires are stemming from. So you can slightly gently pull the grommet back to loosen it, to give it more slack for the rear housing cap. So once that's done, what I'm asking for you to do is pretty much disconnecting the 9005 internal connector, which is a fairly easy process thing to do. You just kind of, there's not much of a tab, but if you slightly pull against the sides, you'll see that they'll disconnect. That's being done. What you're going to go ahead and do is temporarily remove your low beam HID bulb. So you'll notice that there's notches on the side, which is pretty much counterclockwise to turn to unlock the 9005 bulbs, which I'll be demonstrating that right now. You might want to use a slight muscle because they might be stuck pretty well within the low beam projector, but with a good turn you'll see that it'll turn and it'll slide right out of its slot. So that's the HID bulb pretty much being removed from the projector. Furthermore, you can imagine with the HID bulb removed, you'll still have your low beam cap pretty much loomed through it. So set the low beam cap aside. You'll have a 9005 halogen bulb on as spare. So pretty much what you're going to be doing is noticing there's 3 teeth around the halogen bulb and also the HID bulb, which both of them have the similar shape. You'll see that one of the 3 teeth is actually a very boxed, squared looking teeth. The other one has some curvature on them. This is the teeth actually you'll be aiming to have it aligned with this notch on the inner headlight side. So as long as you're able to slide it in with that showing that way, you should be able to, in a sense, plug the low beam bulb, either be halogen or HID, back into it. So once you got that lined up, you're going to push it firmly against it, twist to lock. You'll feel a notch. Then you'll know that's clicked in right in place. So you'll see that it's secured into the projector. The next thing you would want to do, the halogen bulbs aren't polarity sensitive, so you don't have to worry too much about the polarity alignment of it, but simply get the internal 9005 connector, connect it right back to the base of the halogen bulb. You might have an easier time having the bulb connected before turning into it, so let me show that for you right now. So you might have more luck having the bulb already pre-connected and then connecting it right back into it. Alright, firmly against it, all 3 teeth locked in place. Turn it to get that notch filled. Once you got it, it's locked in place. With the 9005 connector and secured, I'm able to turn on my power supply. You'll see a beam output come. Oops. Sorry. Okay. Try that again. There it goes. You'll see a low beam output right there. Sorry, I had the wrong pin configuration, so let me correct that right now. Alright. Okay. Bear with me for just 1 second. There you go. So you'll see pretty much the beam is able to produce a low beam output. So that being said, If the halogen bulb, or what we're proposing for you to do is leave the halogen bulb for just a little bit so that you have enough time to test the auto settings. It can be in the case that this is a very unique and new issue that we haven't run into. So you're wondering what you're going to do with your low beam cap with the HID bulb. You can temporarily leave the HID if you have it zip tied or secured on your chassis. You can temporarily leave it there. What I'm asking for you to do for the low beam HID is since you're needing the cap to resecure on it so that moisture doesn't enter it into the inner housing, you can safely tuck this HID bulb on the side for the time being, of course away from anything from the projector metal housing, which is pretty warm and whatnot. So as long as you can safely set it aside and have the low beam cap still pretty much securing the halogen bulb that's in there, give us a report after 1 week use of your headlights to let us know if you have the strange issue still being pertinent with the 9005 halogen bulb. So pretty much this concludes the video documentation. Thanks so much for your time.